Welcome to Beyond the Chutes, the rodeo podcast that dives deep into the heart of Western culture. I'm your host, Doug Simcox, and here we explore it all. Rodeo's rich histories, the legends and their stories, today's competitors shaping the sport, and the behind-the-scenes heroes who make it happen. From bucking chutes to timed events, from rodeo history to current events, this is your all-access pass to the world of rodeo. Our show is presented by ParaSight Systems, who help vet clinics and animal owners experience the power of sight. New in 2025, the all-in-one analyzer featuring fecal sight AI, hemosight AI, and flow sight AI technology. You can find them at ParasightSystems.com. This is Doug, host of Beyond the Chutes, and I hope you're having a great day wherever you may be. In early May, I traveled to Lewisburg, Ohio, and attended the second annual King Brothers Rodeo Reunion. Now, this was the second time that I got to attend the reunion. I was there for the first annual. I'm hearing there's going to be a third annual gathering, and this was a neat party. This was a wonderful gathering. And what follows are some more conversations that I had with some great new friends. This is the second episode from that reunion. We hope that you enjoy. All right. So we are going to talk to Miss Debbie Tatkowski. Tatkowski?
Yes, Tatkowski.
And what brings you here today, Deb?
Well, it's a reunion. I come to see all my old friends.
And who you expecting to see here today?
I had no clue. Marcia, Penny.
Marcia and Penny here. Hey, Marcia.
Hi, how are you?
I am good. Beautiful day for this second annual.
Yes, I'm Marcia Johnson. I come to see all my friends that we rodeoed with years ago.
So you rodeo.
Yes, we all did. All of us old gals here did.
So what events did you work?
Barrel racing.
Barrel racing. And what associations did you ride?
It was ORCA back then, Mid-States. We did some IPRA shows, or RCA shows. Yep.
You did some RCA stuff. Always in this area?
No, not always, no.
Where are you from?
Let's see. I'm from Indiana. Michigan, Kentucky, Ohio, Illinois. They had a few in Illinois, not many, back in the day.
So every weekend you were somewhere?
Yes, because my husband was a bull rider.
He was. He rode bulls.
Mm-hmm. And a saddle bronc rider.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. So you guys were busy when you got to the show.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes.
And did you have a favorite horse? One that just did it all?
Yes, I did back in the day. I called him Old Joe. He was a black gelding. He was a really good horse. I got off of Ivan Bailey.
And what made him good?
He was we just clicked. I mean, he was wonderful. I really loved it. I did a lot of things with him. I even tried to break him the trick ride, but he didn't like that.
So were you a trick rider also?
I tried, yes.
And what got you interested in trick riding?
Well, the girls, they all trick rode. And it was fun. A lot of the girlfriends, they all trick rode, and it was fun.
And did you carry flags and such in the openings?
Oh, yes, we did that. I think we all. What do I do now? Oh, my husband and I own 3 Bar J Rodeo Company.
3 Bar J?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And where's that headquartered?
We are headquartered south of Union City, Indiana.
Which is?
We're north of here.
North of Dayton.
And west, yes.
North and west. So up by Elkhart?
No,
Not
we're
that far.
close to, you know where Richmond, Indiana is?
Yes.
We are northeast of Richmond, Indiana.
Okay. What's the 2025 season look like?
It looks really good this year. We've got a lot of rodeos. I can't tell you off the top of my head how many there is. You know, there's single-day rodeos, and we have 2-day rodeos also. We are affiliated with the International Professional Rodeo Association and the Mid-States Rodeo Association out of Michigan.
Oh, that's excellent. And both those associations, great associations. Of course, the IPRA, they've been around forever. And the Mid-States, I'm hearing, has really grown over the last few years.
It has really grown the last few years, yes. Yes, it has.
And what rodeos, can you think of a rodeo or two you will be doing this year? What you said some 2-day stuff.
Yes, South Bend, Indiana will be 2-day this year. Let's see, Dan Patch Days, that's a 2-day IPRA, mid-state sanctioned rodeo.
So when'd you get in the stock contracting business?
Well, we've been in the stock contracting business for over 30 years.
Oh, you have? Okay.
I started out, my husband and I both started out just with the junior bulls for the kids, just trying to get some more interest, in the rough stock events. It's really hard in this area to get your horse riders and your bull riders.
Yeah, and speaking of that, trying to get youngsters started and everything.
Right.
How did you get started in rodeo? Where'd you grow up?
I grew up, actually north of Dayton, Ohio. My dad and my mother, they loved horses, and my dad was originally from Kansas. And he liked rodeo, and I've always had horses all my life. And you know what that means, the girl and her horses. There's a love there.
So from a very early age you were involved?
Yes, sir, very much so.
And they hauled you and you got to go to some great events?
Yes, I did, and it was our neighbor, Tom Pearson, and Donna Pearson. She was one of the rodeo secretaries back in the day, and they take me too, so, yep.
So on a rodeo weekend, what are your jobs? What are you responsible for?
With our association, with what I do, I'm your rodeo secretary. I'm the rodeo secretary, the truck driver, I'm the veterinarian, I'm the cook for the crew, not just me, but for the crew, yeah.
How big of a crew are you running this year?
Oh my. We have 10 to 12 good boys working for us. We've had the boys that's working for us now since they were in high school rodeo. And now they've got families.
Wow. That says a lot about your rodeo company. It must have a great family feel.
Yes. And I tell you what, the boys, they work the NFR and they work the American. There's our crews. That's our crew.
Really? So they were just down recently in Arlington, Texas at the American?
Yes, sir, they were.
Were you down there as well?
No, sir, I wasn't. My husband has been ill the last few years, and I try to stay close to home,
But your whole crew goes down there? You send livestock down?
There's a lot there, not the whole crew, but there's a handful of them that are just good, honest, working cowboys, and they love them out there.
Oh my goodness, so Midwestern cowboys get to go to Texas and help with that American, and that's a great big deal.
It is. David, well, we call him Pelican, but his name's David. He is just such a good organizer in doing that, but he was taught very well. My husband showed him all the ropes, and he is one heck of a young man.
Takes a lot of organization to run a rodeo company.
Yes, sir, it does.
And to be a rodeo secretary.
And to be a stock contractor's wife.
What are the challenges of being a stock contractor's wife?
A lot of late nights.
And you gotta have, I'm guessing, a rodeo traveling story, something that pops up, just kind of your go-to, one of your favorite stories you can share.
I think it would be meeting that husband of mine.
When was this?
That was back in 74 and 75.
And he was rodeoing and you were rodeoing, and somehow you noticed each other?
Yes, sir, we did. 6 months later, we were married.
Oh, my goodness. How old were you when you met?
Oh, my, that's been a long time ago. I'm 70. I'm going to be 73 now, so that was a long. We've been married 50 years.
Been married 50 years. Wow. So what?
Yeah.
So talk about challenges of being a rodeo stock contractor's wife. What are the challenges of being a rodeo stock contractor husband?
Oh, they're grumpy. They are so grumpy. You can't do your jobs fast enough to see, and you can't do it to see them half the time.
Yeah. And there's a lot to do as a secretary. I mean, you're managing money, you're managing draw, you're the deal.
Yes, and you got to make sure that the boys can read your writing and puts the right calf where it's supposed to be, or steer, or bull, or whatever.
You bet, in the right order. And sometimes it gets changed because of borrowing horses and such.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, this has been a blast. Anything else you wanna say about this great rodeo reunion that the King Brothers is having here on this gorgeous day?
I just love seeing all these people. We aren't just friends, we're family.
That's perfect.
We are truly family.
Thank you. Nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you, sir.
So I miss recording all the good stuff, but this is Roy Troutman
Right.
and second annual King Brothers Rodeo. What brings you here today?
I went to a lot of Roy King's rodeos. We loved them. He had a good pen of bulls. He had a good pen of horses, and we all had a ball. I wouldn't have done anything different in my life, I don't think.
About rodeo.
Anything. No, nothing changed.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
When you get to your age, and I'm
I
not
know.
pointing anything out here, that's
No.
pretty cool when you get to your age and go, I wouldn't have changed a thing.
I wouldn't have. And I traveled, Keith Noak and I traveled a lot together. I traveled with Rick Swain and Jerry Mosteller and Mike Nichols and Kip. We just called him Kip. It was John Carter Medez is what his real name was. And those guys have all passed now and stuff, but the memories, I get teared up thinking about
That's
these guys,
perfect. That's perfect.
I do. So it was great times.
So let's start at the beginning. Okay? When did you find rodeo? When did you discover and how?
A friend of mine, I was riding hunters and jumpers.
Oh, wow.
And
English.
Yes. And a friend of mine, I went to work for a blacksmith in Paynesville, Ohio. And a friend of mine worked for him, and he come back. He'd went to Texas, and he wanted to be a bull rider. And he broke his leg down there. And he come back home and stuff and was hanging around the blacksmith shop at the fairgrounds and stuff. And said, you ought to try riding bulls. It says just like riding them jumping horses, but the jumps are close together. I go, that makes sense. Spit out a marble or whatever. As the old joke is.
No, tell the joke.
Yeah.
Tell the joke.
Our bull riders,
Yeah.
take a mouthful of marbles, and every time you ride a bull, you spit a marble out. When you lose all your marbles, you're a bull rider. Yes. Is where the joke went.
Yeah.
And so I went to some rodeos. He was judging a rodeo up in Holland, Michigan, for Garth Urbis. That goes back a long time. And
So Garth Urbis.
Garth Urbis used to be, that was an open rodeo. And that was before Mid-States started. And
What was the name of the rodeo company? Do you remember?
what was the name of Garth Urbis' rodeo company? I don't remember.
So what years are we talking here,
Oh,
Roy?
probably in the 70s, maybe.
Mid, early?
Probably early.
Early 70s.
It might have been late 60s.
How old were you then when you started?
Well, I was probably about 18, 19 years old, and I'm 73 now, so it was a while ago.
Yeah.
And then kind of got bit by that bug and carried it on.
Carried the bug?
Yeah, I carried the bug for a long time.
So how long? And were you a bull rider and anything else?
Everybody wants to be a bull rider, And I went to a rodeo school with my girlfriend at the time. She was barrel racing, Debbie Finley now. And down to Mike Duplessis in Louisiana.
Oh, for sure.
And Mike Fletcher and them, they were putting on the school and stuff, and I got into bareback riding, and I ended up riding bareback horses is what I did.
That fits you better, you think, than the bulls?
Yeah, because I rode horses all the time anyways. I was good at, with horses. And I was a farrier for 50 years too, so always being around that kind of stock, I tended to be better at it, I think.
A little more natural feel.
Yeah, more natural for me, yeah.
Okay. And you at the time were living in Michigan?
I was living in Toledo, and
So up on the border there.
yeah, but I was originally from east of Cleveland. Mentor is where I'm originally from.
Mentor on the lake.
Close, real close, real close. I live in Streetsboro now. It's but near Kent State University, but yeah, still in Ohio and die in Ohio. You know.
Yeah. So how hard did you go? How many years did you go, Roy?
I want to say I quit rodeoing and I got married in 89 maybe. Or my son was born in 89, so 88, 87, something like that. Kind of had to slow up,
Yeah. That'll do it. And you're not riding hunter jumpers anymore at that point.
Oh, no. When I started rodeoing, then
That all ended.
that all ended, yeah.
And you were a blacksmith at the time, though, when you got married in '88.
Oh yeah, I started shooting horses like out of high school. I had a job, work thing with school, and went to work for the blacksmith and like a trade type thing.
Oh wow. Okay. So that was an apprenticeship. There wasn't.
Yeah,
you
like
didn't
an
go to a
apprenticeship.
school.
No, I did like an apprenticeship type thing. Yeah.
And what was your specialty?
Standard bred racehorses.
Okay.
And I was fortunate that I was tied up with some really good trainers and drivers and stuff, and got to shoe some of the best horses in the country too. Which was great. After the rodeo thing and stuff,
And both rodeo and shoeing are kind of hard on the body.
It is. And my back gets a little sore from standing or from sitting too long and stuff. But I'll tell you, I used to go to Florida and shoe at a training center in Florida, right? So they had a rodeo in Ocala. So I take this girl that I was dating at the time, and Mike Geary and Ronnie Soul were there, and I traveled with. We traveled together quite a bit earlier and stuff, and they were at this rodeo, and I said, "Oh, geez, Ronnie, Well, they come to the training center and spent the day with me and stuff, and these guys at the training center, I said, "Yeah, I used to rodeo," and they were kind of like, "Ha ha ha." Where comes these guys, that traveled, and said, we're up there at my trailer, we're cooking out and stuff. They said, Ronnie told the one guy, he said, he can ride with me anytime he wants. I can tell you that, but it was pretty cool, that. But Ronnie was a cowboy's cowboy, he was hard as nails.
So everybody's got a traveling story, and our listeners love traveling stories. What do you got?
Well, I think it was Ellis was a Dave Ellis, Bob Ellis was an announcer and stuff. And Keith and I traveled to a lot of rodeos together, and we was always the last ones there and the last to leave. For some reason, I don't know why, but we were. And Ellis says, you guys are always the last to get here, and the bareback riding's the first event, so. I'm really sweating it, He said, oh, relax, but it was tough to relax sometimes.
Did they ever turn you out?
No, not very often. I was never that late, but one time in Indianapolis, they had big rodeo, but it was a big storm, and I was late for that. I got turned out there.
Excellent. Well, good talking to you today.
Well, it's good talking to you, too. I enjoy the program.
Oh, good. Well, thank you. Keep listening, if you would.
I listen all the time. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, well, excellent. And you got anybody you want to point me at that I ought to go talk to that might have a story or two?
You talked to Keith?
Keith?
Yeah.
No, not yet. Hey, I think he
Tim
sees you
Hughes?
pointing
Yeah,
at him.
Yeah. They're both of them, Tim and Keith are
They're the ones.
great companions, and we've been in touch for a long time after our career and stuff.
Isn't that something how that
And,
goes?
Yeah, we the three of us, we went out to Montana last year and went out to visit Brian Agnew.
Okay.
And he used to travel with us, and we had a great time out there for a week
Oh, my goodness.
with him and Libba, and it was, a great little reunion for us four,
You bet. And this is great that Sarah
Oh, yeah.
and Tara put this together. This is
I know.
tremendous.
I know it is pretty nice.
All right, enjoy the day.
Yeah, well, thank you very
Good
much.
talking to you.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I don't know how good a rodeo story.
All right, so Roy, we got some more things to talk about. I don't want to leave just yet. This always happens when I turn off the microphone. The stories start to roll.
No, yeah.
So you were in Denver at the NARC finals.
Right. Me and Keith were there. We went with it was either Mid-States or SRA under because they were affiliated thing like Mid-State.
Oh, they got a raffle for a shotgun
I
and
know. I paid into that.
a shotgun and a straw hat. Did I hear that right?
Yeah.
They're going to raffle it off.
So it was like the Mid-States would send like a team for that, or SRA, Southern Rodeo Association. So Keith and I belonged to both of them. We belonged to both those associations, and maybe Florida too, I think, at the time. And we traveled a lot down there. So we was gonna go skiing. You had to go skiing when you was out in Denver, and it was in the winter time, so Marlon went with us. And
Marlon Harris we're talking about.
Now, Marlon's from down south, right? Marlon don't know how to drive in the snow either. I can tell you that. So we started hollering at Marlon, pull over. Get out of the driver's seat. You can't drive in this shit,
Yeah.
And so we drove to the resort and stuff, and then Marlon, he takes off. Me and Keith take off skiing, and we see Marlon. He looked like an abominable snowman when we saw him again. Ice all over his mustache and stuff. And how'd you do? He said, I fell a lot. And it was just a great time, and a great rodeo too,
That's a lot of what we hear on the show, and I know you're a listener. There's some that'll talk about a particular bull they rode or a bronc they rode, but always they talk about the friends and the relationships and the adventures.
It is. Yeah, it's unbelievable the camaraderie we had, and like keeping it going. After you're old and retired and everything, and still seeing, like, coming to these and seeing everybody, and there's our old companion there, Stevie, finally.
Oh, okay. Steve
Yeah,
King.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Absolutely.
We had a lot of good times.
You bet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go talk to somebody. Keith, I tried to get over to Keith, and Keith, I think he's
good.
bashful.
Oh, he ain't bashful, I can tell you that. There's
Well, let
no
me
way
see.
he's bashful.
Let me see what I can do here then. I'm sitting here now at the table, and Laura, Miss Laura, just finished her dinner, or her lunch. What'd you have for lunch?
Sloppy Joe.
Sloppy Joe. And was it pretty good? Was it okay?
It was very good.
Okay. And is this the first time you've been to the King Brothers Rodeo reunion?
No, we were at the one last year.
So you were at the first annual King Brothers Rodeo?
Yes.
Okay. And what brings you back to the second one?
To see everybody again, of course.
Okay. And who have you seen, and who are you expecting to see?
See, you're asking me names and you want me to...
Just describe them maybe instead of names.
No, gosh. So all of the kings, obviously, and the Lynx and Johnsons and, just a lot of them. I don't remember names very well, though. So.
That's okay. That's okay. And you don't need to if you're a rodeo secretary. You don't really need to know names. Did you ever rodeo secretary?
I did. I remember card numbers. I just don't remember names.
Are you that kind of person? You can rattle off somebody's card number?
I remember numbers. I don't remember names. Yes.
So who'd you secretary for?
Let's see, King Brothers and Flying W and Spence's, Montag.
Oh, okay.
Several, yeah.
Did you go pretty hard every year?
A few years, yes. Yeah. Yes.
And how in the world, where are you from, Laura?
Right here in Lewisburg.
How in the world did you get involved in rodeo in Lewisburg, Ohio?
I married into it.
You married into it.
Married into it.
No horse background, no rodeo background growing up?
Horse background, yes, but no rodeo.
What were you doing with horses?
Just playing around with them, a little bit of 4-H when I was younger, that type of thing.
And always, so are you still living in Lewisburg?
We do, yes.
And you married into rodeo.
Married into rodeo.
What did that change?
A lot more time on the road. A lot of sleepless nights. So, but yeah, it was very interesting, and it was a lot of fun.
And your husband rodeoed. He was a competitor.
He was a competitor and then a judge.
And what events did he work?
All the rough stock events.
Okay. And what's it like to be the wife of a rough stock rider? And so all events means bareback, saddle broncs, and bulls.
Correct. He didn't do that a whole lot after we got married because we had children right away. So I wasn't a wife of a competitor for too long. But it's nerve-wracking when it's your first time around.
Yeah, and any stories come to mind? Any traveling stories? Any adventures that rodeo kind of took you on?
A lot of traffic adventures, people going the wrong way on the highway and that kind of thing, but...
A lot of miles when you rodeo.
Miles, yes, a lot of miles, but a lot of great people.
Did you mind the miles?
I minded them a little bit more at 2 o'clock in the morning when I had to go to work the next day, but for the most part, no.
Were there a lot of those? And we talk about the glory days of rodeo and traveling and all the adventures, but you were working jobs while you had to get back.
Absolutely, and had kids that had to go to school and all that, so yes.
How many kids do you have?
We had 2.
2 kids. Okay, excellent. And did they get involved in rodeo? Did it kind of stick?
Yes. Yes.
Once you join the family, you never leave the family.
That's right. Absolutely. Yes. So, yep.
Well, I appreciate the conversation, and I'm glad you took the time to have a conversation with me.
You're quite welcome.
Okay. I appreciate it. All right, sitting here, I introduced her earlier, and I didn't get a chance to talk to her. Miss Debbie Tatkowski is sitting here right beside me. That is quite a T-shirt you have on today, Deb.
Oh, well, yeah, that kind of says it.
What? Let me see. Stand up if you would, please, or let me just see it. It says Outlaw Whiskey. Outlaw whiskey?
Yeah.
Like whiskey? I'm from Kentucky, so we got some whiskey down in Kentucky. So Debbie, what brings you out today?
Well, we come for the reunion and to see a lot of people that we haven't seen for years. King Brothers Rodeo were the first ones to hire me to trick ride. When I first started trick riding, I worked for them for years. And in fact, me and my husband got married on horseback at one of their rodeos.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me break this down. Let me break this down. You and your husband.
Yeah, he's over there, Jim.
And what's your husband's name?
Jim.
You and Jim got married at a rodeo.
At King Brothers Rodeo in Harlan, Indiana, on horseback.
On horseback. How do you do that?
Well, you get on horses.
But how did that work? I'm trying to imagine that you had a preacher.
Yes, the preacher was the only one that was not on horseback. The townspeople, the florists, they come over, and when they heard that we were going to do this, they come over and donated all the flowers and made an arch in the middle of the arena. The wedding party was on horseback. And after we said our vows, we galloped around the arena, and I threw my bouquet into the crowd. And
Oh, so this wasn't just in the rodeo arena. This was in front of a crowd?
yes, they held up the rodeo for like almost an hour to let everybody in.
Because they knew you were getting married?
They knew that they were going to see a rodeo wedding.
A rodeo wedding. That is so cool. What year was that?
That was in 1988.
1988. Wow. That is so cool.
August 6, 1988.
And did you say Harlan?
Harlan. Harlan. It's up
Har-
by Fort
in-
Wayne. It's up by Fort Wayne.
So in
yeah, it's
Ohio.
north. Yeah.
So in Ohio.
No, Indiana. Harlan, Indiana.
Harlan, Indiana.
Yeah.
So, okay.
RT King. He gave me away. Stevie was Jim's best man. Roy Lee King was also on horseback on Jim's side. And then I had Penny King and a girl, Sandy, that I worked with. And they were my maid of honors.
So when you say worked with, was that at a job or was that trick riding?
No, I had a job.
You had a job. Okay. So let me back up then. Okay, Debbie. There's too much here. Let me break it down. So take me back to the beginning. When did you find rodeo?
When did I find rodeo? When I was in high school. I had an aunt that trick rode in what they called Wild West shows. And I'd always loved horses all my life, but I was born and raised up around Chicago, and there was no place for horses. So when I graduated, first thing I did is I went and learned to trick ride. And
Now, wait a minute. You grew up in Chicago. Did you grow up riding horses?
no,
So you go from never being on a horse to say, I want to trick ride.
yeah. I'd always loved horses my whole life as a kid. And, we just you couldn't have one there. We just didn't have no room, but
That's quite a jump, quite a leap. I mean, you not saddled a horse and now you're saying, I want to trick ride.
Yes. I used to go to, they had a riding stables not far from us. And I would go rent one of the livery horses. And I had bought me a trick riding saddle. And I'd rent one of the livery horses. And I used my saddle. And I had a book on trick riding that I would look at the diagrams. And I would try and do that on this livery horse. Yeah, I come off a whole bunch of times.
You learned how to trick ride from a book.
Yes, my cousin that trick rode sent me the book. And then when I graduated high school, I come to Indiana, and I stayed with her for about 6 months, and she taught me how to trick ride. And Roy King, RT, he hired me, and I trick rode for them off and on for years.
What year did you start trick riding, Debbie?
1970.
Oh my goodness, 1970. And so how long? Okay, so there's 18 years between that and when you got married in the arena.
Yes. And I trick rode and I barrel raced. I was a secretary at the rodeos, timekeeper. Just kind of helped do it all. I'd ridden a saddle bronc rider. I rode a bull. And
Now, wait a minute. You rode a saddle bronc, you mean?
yeah, I rode a saddle bronc.
Okay.
Yep, one time. And
Now, wait a minute. A saddle bronc.
yeah, mm-hmm.
With the buck rein.
Yeah.
With with one hand on the rein and one hand in the air.
They told me I had to use two hands, but
On the rein.
yeah, but I didn't. 'Cause I wanted to be a cowboy. Well, cowgirl.
How did that go?
It was good. I mean, I don't know how long I stayed on because yeah, it was just one of them things that I did last minute. It's like, I want to do that.
Nobody dared you.
No, nobody dared me. I just wanted to do it.
And what else did you do besides? Were you going to say got on a bull?
Yes, I got on a bull. And it was just through the daytime. We were at a rodeo, and we had a performance both nights, the Saturday and the Sunday. And we were just all sitting around one afternoon, and Debbie got on a bull, got bucked off, broke a rib, but... Yeah.
You broke a rib.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. And you'd never been on a bull before.
No.
You'd thought about it, though. You'd seen it in picture books.
I thought about it, yeah, or I wouldn't have done it, I think.
And broke a rib?
Yeah, broke a rib.
How'd that affect your trick riding that night?
At the time I wasn't trick riding, I was secretarying the rodeos. So, yeah, I just had to sit and watch stopwatch. Yeah.
That's funny. I don't know that I've talked to anybody, a gal that has gotten on a saddle bronc before. That's pretty cool. Let alone a bull.
Steve Link was the pickup man.
Okay. So you knew you were in good hands.
Yes.
So fast forward, you met your husband where?
I met him through Steve King. He was working for Steve. And at the time, I was a manager at a convenience store. And they came in there a lot. And I kind of liked what I saw. Okay?
I don't understand what that means. You liked what you saw.
Well, when Jim come in.
Still, I don't know what that means.
He had a nice walkaway.
A nice walkaway. Okay. I've not ever heard that term before, but we'll leave it at that, okay? But that's what caught your attention?
No. He's rather good looking, if I have to say so. He's a very good looking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just caught my attention.
Caught your attention. The walkaway. And again, I've not heard that term before, but I understand what it is. So how long did you date before you got married?
A couple of years.
Okay. And he was rodeoing at the time? He was picking up? What was he doing?
He was working for Steve, helping set up, tear down the arena, haul livestock, just stuff like that.
And then you decide to get married. Whose idea was it to get married? You're a showman, so, right? Trick rider's a showman. So was that part of it?
What? What do you mean? Well, I just told him, hey, I'm going to Texas. You coming?
Is that how this started? So you proposed to him?
Well, no, No, he asked me if I'd grow old with him, and I told him yes.
Okay. And then the idea to get married in the arena?
That was mine. I'd always wanted to do it. I was married prior to Jim, and I didn't do it then, but I was doing it this time. Yep.
That's quite a story. That's pretty cool. And when did you? Are you still involved in rodeo today?
I still barrel race.
You do. How are you rodeoing? Are you?
No, not rodeoing. The horse I've got, she is not rodeo ready yet. We're just going to local barrel races and stuff like that right now. Just get seasoned.
And she's coming on?
Yeah, she's coming on good.
Right, excellent. And busy summer barrel racing? What do you think in the 2025?
Yeah, it's going to be busy. I'm looking forward to it. I enjoy it.
Well, nice talking to you today. I really enjoyed meeting you, Debbie.
Huh?
I've enjoyed meeting you and talking with you today, Debbie. All right. Bye-bye. We hoped you enjoyed this episode of Beyond the Chutes. If you did, please share us with your friends. Like us, follow us, subscribe, leave us comments. We love hearing from you. Hey, and do visit our Facebook page. We've got all kinds of reels up there. Beyond the Chutes is the name of our Facebook page. And visit our website, beyondthechutes.show. And we'd like to give a great big shout out to our sponsor, Parasite Systems. They help the BTC bus on the road. They help us keep the wheels turning. And I have said in the past, I listen to podcasts, and I've got a brand new one that I want to pass on to you. It's called The Wandering Gypsy RV Life. Had an opportunity to meet the host, Stan Cromlish, when I was in Alabama. So do give a listen. You can find all of his shows. They are on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcasts, all the places where you go and listen. And just so you know, he has helped me keep the rig rolling and is doing some updates in 2025 to give us a hand. Now, speaking of podcasts, I've talked about them in the past. I hope you got subscribed to them and you're following them to make sure you pick up their episodes when they come out. It's called Rodeo Roots. Rob and Dan again, and Blue Jeans. What a great job they do. They talk about rodeoing, going down the road. They have such great guests on there. And with the 2025 rodeo season underway, you can count on a lot of stories from the road from this great trio. And I want to say thank you to the Kickback Ranch and Resort down there in Raymer, Alabama, about 20 minutes south of Montgomery. What a great host they were for that rodeo reunion we went to down there. And for your family, take them down. They've got all kinds of great things for you to do with your kids. Beautiful place, wonderful trails, beautiful lakes, and all kinds of good things. So find them at kickbackranch.net. Give Miss Mindy and the staff a call. They will get you set up. And I'd also like to say thank you to the IRA Facebook group page, Mr. Tim Sparks and Marlon Harris, keeping the IPRA rodeo heritage alive. And BTC is on the road again in 2025. We are scheduled to be at the 11th Annual Mountain Cove Rodeo Reunion in Walnut Grove, Georgia, over Labor Day weekend. Marlon and Claire Harris, what a great job they do putting on that reunion. So many great friends come in. We were there last year, and we're planning on going back to this 11th annual. And we're also headed up to the Western Festival de Saint-Tite in Saint-Tite, Quebec, over the 10-day run, September 5th through the 14th. We're going to be up there. And we want to say thank you to our listeners for taking us along with you on your long overnight runs as your long rodeo travels are taking place this time of the year as this 2025 rodeo season gets underway. So until next time, be safe, keep listening. We'll see you down the road. This is Doug Simcox.